Order of operations with integers. When evaluating expressions involving more than one operation, be sure to follow BEDMAS. Remember that BEDMAS is an acronym that stands for brackets, exponents, division, multiplication, addition, and subtraction. We're going to start by exploring or finding the mistake in each of the questions below. So there's two questions that we're going to explore. The first one says that 5 times 3 plus 4 times 2 is equal to 5 times 7 times 2, which is equal to 70. So the mistake in this question is that this person has added first before they did their multiplication. And we know that multiplication comes before addition if we follow BEDMAS. So this should actually look like this. We should do our 5 times 3, which is 15. And then we're going to add that to our 4 times 2, which is 8. And then 15 plus 8 is 23. In the next example, they've said that 20 subtract 6 times 3 is equal to 14 times 3 is equal to 42. So again, the issue in this question is that this person has done their subtraction first before they did their multiplication. And we know that that is not correct. So in this question, we would have to do our multiplication first. Negative 6 times 3 gives us negative 18. Remember, a negative times a positive is a negative value. And 20 take away 18 is 2. We're going to use BEDMAS in order of operations to solve the following examples. Part A, negative 25 divided by 5 times 2. When we are doing division and multiplication, we do them in the order that they appear from left to right. So I'm going to do my division first. So negative 25 divided by 5 is negative 5. And then I'm going to multiply that by 2. Negative 5 times 2 will give me negative 10. For part B, I have to do my multiplication first. Negative 2 times 3 is negative 6. And 4 take away 6 is negative 2. Part C, I have to do what's inside of my bracket first in this question. So this question asks us to find the answer to negative 3 times 4 plus 6 divided by negative 2 plus negative 3 squared. So within this first bracket, I have to do my division portion first. So I'm going to write negative 3 out front times 4, and plus 6 divided by negative 2 is negative 3 plus negative 3 squared. I'm going to simplify what's inside of my bracket. 4 minus 3 is 1. And then I have my negative 3 squared. So now that I've simplified what's inside of that bracket, now I'm going to do my exponent. I could have done my exponents with the same time as I simplified my brackets, but I kept it for next in this question here. So I have negative 3 times 1, and then negative 3 squared is the same as negative 3 times negative 3, and negative 3 times negative 3 gives me positive 9. So now that I've dealt with my exponents, I'm going to then deal with my multiplication. Negative 3 times 1 gives us negative 3. And then we do the addition. Negative 3 plus 9 gives me positive 6. Part D, negative 8. And then I'm going to do my multiplication. So negative 2 times 5 gives me negative 10 plus 9. Now I do my addition and subtraction whatever order they come in from left to right. So negative 8 take away 10 is negative 18. And negative 18 plus 9 is negative 9. The last two examples involve some fractions. Remember, fractions is just another way to write division. And when we have a fraction, we want to simplify what's in the numerator first, then simplify what's in our denominator, and then do the division. So treat your numerator as an expression in brackets and your denominator as an expression in brackets. So that's why we do that first. So negative 3 times 6 gives us negative 18. Negative 4 take away 5 is negative 9. And now we can do our division. Negative 18 divided by negative 9 will give us positive 2. And lastly, for part F, I'm going to do my exponent. So negative 2 to the power of 3. So this is the same as taking negative 2 and multiplying it by itself 3 times. You could use your calculator if you know how to use your exponent button, or you could use your mental math skills. Negative 2 times negative 2 is positive 4, and positive 4 times negative 2 is negative 8. And I'm going to add that to, I'm going to do my simplification of my numerator and denominator. 11 take away 25 is negative 14, and 42 divided by 6 is 7. At this step, I'm going to take my negative 8, and I'm going to add it to whatever I get when I simplify my fraction. So negative 14 divided by 7 is the same as negative 2. Now, I don't like to have multiple signs right beside each other, so I'm going to eliminate those extra signs. So remember that when you have two signs right beside each other, we take only one sign as our next step. So a plus and a minus gives us a negative number. So we have negative 8 take away 2, which gives us negative 10. If you have any questions about this lesson, please feel free to reach out to me, and I will see you in the next lesson.